What am I doing? Hey everybody, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Shea. And today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than what I normally do, but I thought that it would help all the other small YouTubers out there to get exposure, get views, and start getting their channel rolling. So if you're a small YouTuber like me and you're struggling to find an audience, Pinterest is a fantastic way to get more views on YouTube. And I know a lot of you probably think, oh, I don't use Pinterest, or what is Pinterest? Or Pinterest is just for older women who repin DIYs and fitness tips. Yes, but also no, because there is a large audience on Pinterest who does repin things for blogging, video, photography, all that kind of stuff, and there is a younger audience on there that you can really utilize and bring to your YouTube channel. Using Pinterest can get you thousands of views if done right. I know from experience because some of my videos have over 1,000 views. We will get into all of that in this video, so if you're interested, keep watching. Many people even say that Pinterest isn't another social media site. It actually is a new search engine, which is great news for you. It was reported that there were actually 2 billion monthly searches on Pinterest. That's insane. That's more of a chance of people searching for topics related to your video and finding your video. So if you haven't heard of Pinterest or don't use it, Pinterest is basically a tool that allows users to pin images that can link to websites, blogs, videos, and other resources. Everyone can pin things to different boards, which their followers can see and repin to their own boards and so on and so forth. So you can see how far your pin can really travel. I also like Pinterest because it's really easy to grow followers. I've been on Pinterest for about 3 months now, and I'm nearing close to 1,000 followers already. But we'll touch more on how to get more Pinterest followers later on. Now the fun part. Let me explain. First off, here's a screenshot of the pin that went semi-viral, is what it's called for Pinterest. I pinned this, and as you can see some of the stats, my pin has 29,700 impressions, which means that it appeared on almost 30,000 people's feeds. About 389 people saved it to one of their boards. And then clicks means that 679 people actually clicked on my pin, which took them to the link, which led to my YouTube video. So the question is, how can you get here? And can you get here if you don't even have a Pinterest account? Yes. Actually, I made this pin when I first started my account, probably within the first month. I didn't have that many followers. I did not expect it to blow up like this, but things happen, and that's awesome. So first off, if you don't have a Pinterest account, make one right now. Actually, wait till you're done watching this video and then go make it, but you get what I mean. If you do already have a Pinterest account, convert it to a business account. You can go into settings and convert it into a business account for free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's not really going to change your account, except for the fact that Pinterest really favors business accounts. They look more professional, they're more likely to show up on feeds as recommended pins. Also, you have the ability to see stats for your pins and analytics to see how well they're performing, like I could see on mine. So step one is either creating or converting your Pinterest account to a business account. Alright, so once you create an account, you should probably interact on Pinterest for a little bit before you just jump into making your first pin. Repin people's content, make a few boards. Basically, what I recommend and how I built up followers was just kind of in the morning when I wake up, go on your Pinterest feed, repin a few pins, maybe around lunch, do a few more. Then at night, as you're watching TV, repin a few pins, follow people. I don't really recommend just making an account and immediately creating a pin and you have one pin on your account. Like, that's kind of sketch and no one's gonna repin that. But now that you've engaged for a little bit, maybe after a week or two, if you're really impatient, or after a month, then you can move on to create your first pin and put it out there. The first step, once you have created your account and interacted a little bit, is choosing what video you want to promote. Here are some guidelines that will make your pin more successful. People on Pinterest love to repin tutorials, DIYs, fashion, beauty tips, things like that. Things that are of educational value and that they want to learn about and share with others. So if any of your videos are tutorials, how-tos, maybe even challenges, things like that, those will make a great pin. If you have travel vlogs, you can easily convert those into a pin and make it something along the lines of like 5 things to do in Italy or something like that, and you can create a pin that people will save because a lot of people are travel bloggers and they'll save it to their travel boards. See what I'm saying? So decide on a video that you want more exposure on, but make sure that it's something that people will be interested in, want to know more about, and will repin to their other boards. Next step actually creating your pin. I use Canva to create all of my pins. I know there are other services out there, but I only use Canva, and it's great because it has templates already. So let's hop onto Canva and I will show you exactly how I create my pin so you can see how it works if you've never used Canva before. And once you're on Canva, it should look something like this, and what you're going to want to do is search for Pinterest graphic. This is super important. You have to choose this template because this is the recommended size for a Pinterest graphic, which means that these long vertical pins actually perform the best. If you have a small square pin, it's going to get lost in the feeds, so you have to make sure that you use this size of Pinterest graphic. So as you can see here, they have so many different templates that you can use. So even if you're not like a professional graphic designer, they have really, really cool, fresh, nice designs that you can use for your pin. So let's say you are in beauty and you want to make a pin for your beauty tutorial. You can search beauty, and they have a lot of really good recommendations. You can see the types of colors, the types of font they use are more specific to a beauty pin or what people would expect from a beauty pin. So you can choose any of these templates, switch up the colors, switch the photos. You also want to make sure that you are thinking about the types of colors and types of fonts that best match your tutorials. Here are some tips for how to create a really great pin. So first, you want to make sure that you actually stay away from people's faces. That sounds weird. You want to make sure that you're not putting a picture of someone's face, whether your own or a model's, just because faces generally don't perform as well as just a basic stock photo or something related to your pin. It's not like YouTube where you want to make a personalized thumbnail and people will watch the video because they know you or they like your content. You want this to be generic enough that anybody can repin it and anybody can put it on one of their boards. And here are some examples of other pins that I've made that have done well, just so you can see what I mean. Also, people on Pinterest love using different fonts, things that are eye-catching, but just make sure that you don't make every single word on your pin a different color, a different font, because it can be, yes, attention-grabbing and eye-catching, but it can also be really annoying. No one will want to repin a pin that they can't even read or that is just way too overwhelming for the eyes. And the next step is make 2 or 3 different pins. Usually the tip that I like to remember is make a lighter pin and a darker pin. What I mean by that is make a pin that has a lighter color scheme, so maybe like pastels, light, white, whatever, and then a darker color scheme, maybe black and white, black, gray, those kind of tones, just because that way you can appeal to 2 different types of audiences and different types of taste, but more on why we create 2 or 3 pins later on. This is a pin that I made one time for my Adobe Premiere tutorial. If you haven't watched it and you use Adobe Premiere, might as well go ahead and watch it after this video. Shameless plug. Anyways, so once you are done, you're gonna go over to download, and you can choose PNG or JPEG, but I usually use PNG just to make sure that it's high quality because it will appear pretty large on people's Pinterest feed, so you don't want it to look pixelated or weird. So now that you have your pin saved, you're going to want to go over to Pinterest, go over to your page. This is what the business page looks like, so that way you have this nice header, and then you're going to want to click this red plus button on the top. It looks something like this. You want to upload the image that you just saved, and it'll pop up right there. Add a title that's relevant. How to edit your YouTube videos, because that's what this is about. Definitely fill in the description. Don't just pin this pin, because the description is really important for SEO. So you want to look into keywords and how certain keywords will bring more traffic to your pin. So one of the best ways to do this is actually searching for keywords related to your topic. So maybe you start typing how to edit and things will auto-populate. So you can see how to edit pictures like a pro, how to edit Instagram pictures. Those are all some of the top things that people are searching. Now, unfortunately, these don't really relate to what my pin is about. So you can change it up a little bit. Maybe start typing videos. Bam. How to edit videos for YouTube is really highly searched. You can incorporate these keywords into a full sentence. So you could say something like, learn how to edit videos for YouTube, and not just dump the whole long keyword on there. Maybe look up Adobe, that's not how you spell Adobe, Adobe Premiere Pro tutorials, or Adobe Premiere Pro tips. So you could say, learn how to edit videos for YouTube with these Adobe Premiere tips. You can even fit a few more sentences in there if you want, but you can keep it short and sweet. And Pinterest also lets you do hashtags. You can do up to 20 per post, maybe Adobe Premiere tutorial. You can use the same technique that I used up here to find some things, you know, maybe there's like a video editing, YouTube video editing, and then add a few more. Then what you're gonna wanna do is add the URL to your video. So this is the video that I am linking my pin to, so I will click on that, grab the URL for this video, paste it in here. Now don't use a bit.ly link or any link shorteners because Pinterest doesn't like that and it actually won't let you post the pin. I learned that and I was confused one time why I wasn't able to post a pin, and it was because I was using a bit.ly link. Then you're gonna wanna choose a board that you'll pin this to. As you can see, I have a lot of different boards, but pin this to a board that, you know, it's relevant to. So I have a board that's called How to Create a YouTube Channel. I would select that. So then you can publish this immediately and go up and hit save, or if you want to, you can always schedule your pin for a later date. This will come in handy later. So when you're done, you'll just go up here and hit save. So now that you've actually created your pin, you want to be more active on Pinterest. So, you know, you can go to your home page and whatever pins kind of have to do with things you enjoy pinning. So I have a little interior design board because it's cute. You can pin that and just go through and scroll through and kind of pin a little bit each day to show that you're active and to connect with more people. That's cool. Pin that. Nice. Also, every few days you can repin your pin that you created to another board or to the same board. I wouldn't recommend repinning your pin every day or multiple times per day just to, you know, get people to see it, because Pinterest can flag you for spamming, and apparently it happens a lot, even to like big bloggers. So just be really careful that you aren't constantly repinning your own pin. So if it's been a few days, a few weeks, and your pin has been repinned by not a single person or just a few, there are some things you can do. Don't be discouraged. First, remember that second pin I told you to make? That's gonna come in handy right now. Pin that one, change up your keywords a little bit. Now that you're on Pinterest more, maybe you understand a little bit more how it works, what kind of audience you can cater to, and how you can possibly make your pin a little bit better. Post that, see if it gets better engagement now that you have more followers, you've been on the app a little bit longer. And keep in mind that there's no limit to how many pins you can make for a video. You could make 10 different pins for the same video in hopes that one of them will catch on. Just make sure that they all look a little bit different, have different keywords, maybe a different headline or different words on the pin to really grab people's attention and make them want to click on it and repin it. If you do make multiple pins, don't post them all at once. The little schedule feature that I showed you about is really helpful for staggering out your pins so you can roll them out throughout the week or throughout the month. For me, I actually think I made about 3 pins for that video. There's a second one that I will show on the screen right now that did pretty well, but still not as great as that other pin that I had made. A combination of those pins helps drive a lot of traffic to my channel, and you don't just need to have one pin. And if you are worried about not having enough engagement and following on Pinterest, you can actually join Facebook groups that are specifically for sharing and repinning and following other pinners. So I'm in a few of them, and what you can do is search Pinterest on Facebook, and there's so many engagement groups that you can join, and every day they have little threads where you can post your pins or get people to follow you on Pinterest, and that has really boosted my Pinterest. So definitely join Facebook groups and kind of interact with them each day. Plus, some people on these groups have thousands of Pinterest followers, so if they repin your pin, you're golden. Oh my God, there is a bobcat outside. I am not joking. Oh my God, wait. No, it's gone. Just Arizona things. Oh my God, it literally just walked by. I didn't get a picture of it. So then once you start getting views to your videos, then YouTube will be more likely to recommend your content because they know people are watching it and people are getting value out of your videos. And the cool thing is that pins never really die out. It's not like they have a timestamp on them where after a while they just become irrelevant. It's really great because pins can just keep growing and growing. Whenever I check on my Pinterest, I see that that pin that has gone semi-viral is still growing and people are still repinning it all the time. All in all, Pinterest is just a really great source of growing your audience. I know for small YouTubers, we're always wondering where we're gonna get an audience and how we're gonna get people to watch our videos, because starting from zero is super hard because you can get friends and family to watch it, but after a while, you're gonna want some different viewers. And Pinterest really is a great source to get some new viewers. views. Maybe 1,000 doesn't seem like a lot. Maybe 1,000 actually does seem like a lot for some people. I know it was exciting when I had my first video cross over 1,000 views, because after that it can just get bigger and bigger. And I think out there are a lot of tutorials of how to get like 10,000, 50,000 views on your videos, and that's really, really hard and overwhelming for people who are so small. But everyone has to start from somewhere. Even the biggest YouTubers all started at 0, and they grew their channels somehow. So in order to get the ball rolling and get more views on your videos, you have to take little steps like this. Little steps like creating pins on Pinterest and finding new traffic sources. Make sure you stay active on Pinterest, grow, keep creating new YouTube content, and I wish you the best of luck. If you're not already, make sure you are following me on Instagram at Shea Jordan Photo, where you can see all of my self-portrait photography. Alright guys, so that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really wish you the best of luck on creating pins and driving more traffic to your YouTube videos. Let me know if it worked for you. Let me know how I can help if you need more help. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, still give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for all the nice comments that you've been leaving on my videos and my pictures on Instagram. I love that people are finding my work inspiring or cool or exciting. That means a lot. Makes me want to keep creating. So thank you guys. I will catch you guys later. Bye.